Hello, welcome to Handmade by Julia Quinn. This is my card for our amazing share fair today, and I'm sharing with you the Surfing Santa stamp set. This is a great fun stamp set to colour, also a really good stamp set for Australia because our Christmas is quite warm. But it also has the great effects that you can use in a snowy climate as well, because I'm using the shimmery white embossing paste to create my card. Okay, let's just pop those over there. I'm using blueberry bushel cardstock for my card base, very much going with the blue theme here. And then I've got Whisper White and Azure Afternoon for my front pieces inside on the front of the blueberry bushel. But I'm using the So Swirly embossing folder to create those waves. Now you can put, when you put your Azure Afternoon cardstock inside your folder, you can sort of choose where your waves to go, which way you want your waves to go, because there's lots of options with this great folder. Okay, so I've done that, and here's my folder here, and I'm going to layer it with just a tiny little border of Whisper White behind, just to show off that when it goes onto the front of my card. So before I do anything, I actually might put this layer onto the front of my card, just with dimensionals, and then I'll do the fun bits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just pop you there on the front one. Okay, now this bit here, the fun bit, I'm using the shimmery white embossing paste. I do like to store it upside down. I don't know, I have some sort of convoluted idea that lets less air into it and keeps it, trying to prevent it from drying out a bit more. What you do have to know about this stuff, it does dry out really, really fast. It's just great for card making because it doesn't take long to dry when you're using it. But because of that, you have to clean your implements really, really fast. So I'm just using my palette knife, and then basically, which way will I go? This way or this way? I think I'll go this way. I'm going to just do basically icing or buttering your toast, putting your Vegemite on your toast, just sort of smoothing it around and following the swirls, the swishes. So this is sort of like pretending it's the foam on the waves for Santa to surf on. Okay, so just smear you around like that. Not don't really want too many rough edges, because, well, I mean, you could right down the bottom here, you could do your foamy bits at the bottom of the waves for the surfer dudes. But there you go, that's it done. I'll just wipe that bit off. I'll cover up my pot really quickly, and I've got some extras. I mean palette knife here. Should have tucked that in. Just smooth you around a bit more, and I'm going to wipe off my palette knife really quickly so that it doesn't stick to it. But look at that gorgeous glimmer. When you use your embossing, shimmery embossing paste on coloured cardstock, it picks up some of the colours behind you on the cardstock. Okay, so while that's drying, I'm going to do some stamping, and I'm using Pebbled Path. I really love it as a great neutral colour to use for colouring in, and also for basic stamping too. So I'm going to do my greeting here. May your days be sunny and bright. Pop that there. And I have these gifts, 4 gifts on one stamp, but I only want a couple of them on my greeting. So I'm just going to very carefully ink up my stamp right on the edge there of my ink pad and stamp you there. And then I'm also going to ink up the other half of the stamp for my fussy cutting here. And that doesn't matter if I get a little bit on my cardstock, because it's going to be fussy cut out. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp Santa. And on my scrap, also going to stamp my son. And I'll be fussy cutting all of these out to put onto the front of my card. Okay, I'm also going to stamp my son again on the inside of my card, for my inside of the card panel, and using some Azure Afternoon as well for this lovely wave to continue my surfy theme. There we go. I love the Azure Afternoon and that wave stamp. It looks pretty amazing. Okay, now it's up to colouring and fussy cutting. Now the colours I'm using, you can use whatever you like, is Poppy Parade for Santa's boardies. And because it's such a detailed image, I actually didn't colour the trees in, I just left them white. So he's wearing white and Poppy Parade boardies. Okay, and I'm using the light, just a light bullet tip, just to colour in there. Leave his, now I won't do all of the colouring today because, you know, colouring in is colouring in. But I did use a little bit of the dark Poppy Parade around his bottom here and for the leg of these pants in the background. Okay, I used Daffodil Delight for his surfboard and Pool Party for his sunnies and his drink and a couple of the gifts. And I've used the medium skin tones. You can use whatever skin tones you like because I'm a pasty girl, so my Santa looks like me. But I have done all of those and fussy cut them out ready to go. The one thing I will say is I also put Wink of Stella on Santa's beard and his hat. I'm wondering if you can see it there. Okay, so I'll pop that aside and we can start putting our card together. It's actually a rather simple card really, but the effect, I think, of the embossing paste really gives it something special. Okay, so there's my inside panel for writing to my people. Pop that and that in there, inside my card. There we go. And then I'm not sure whether that's completely dry yet, so I'm going to put my adhesive just on my white piece here. Oops. My seal has lost its ability to wind on, so I'm using it by just pulling the layers there. Okay, and then pop my sparkly wave on there and using some dimensionals on the back of my greeting here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Stick that at the top. And my sunshine, I possibly could have stuck that on the back of it, but I'm just gonna poke you, hang on, poke you underneath there. There we go, sun coming out, and I've already put some dimensionals on the back of Santa here. And stick that right on the breaking surf. And last of all is his little gifts riding on the surfboard as he delivers them. There you go. There's my Surfing Santa embossing paste fun card with the shine of the waves and the joy. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you watch everybody else and check out all the details in our tutorial. Bye now.